Y'all, there is a new horror movie on the block. It is called Bring Her Back, and we need to talk about it. So, it's by the Philippou brothers. They brought us Talk to Me a couple years ago. Now, before I get into Bring Her Back, let me start by saying I did not love Talk to Me. I feel like the reviews I read for that movie really hyped it up, and I feel like I saw a different movie than what the reviewers saw. I do not think it was the great movie that it gets all the praise for. But that aside, I went into this movie, Bring Her Back, completely blind. I refused to watch the trailer. All I knew was that the A24 production company released it and that it was made by the guys who made Talk to Me. But I refused to know anything about it because I wanted to be like, you know what? I didn't love Talk to Me, and I saw the trailer and read the hype about it and everything. So let's go into this one not knowing much of anything. And I couldn't be more grateful that I did that, y'all. So, what better way to talk about a scary movie than to be joined by one of my favorite blankets, y'all? It's Ghostface. Okay, and it's cold in my room. So, this movie, it's a fantastic movie that I probably will not watch again. Sounds crazy. So, the movie, I walked out of the theater feeling disgusted. Like, I felt gross. I felt just like my skin was crawling. There's so many scenes in this movie that are just gross. A movie has not made me feel this way in a very long time. Horror movies should leave us feeling like beside ourselves, and I love that it made me feel that way. Pay attention when you're watching the movie. I'm gonna try to make this as spoiler free as I can, and if I start to say something, I'll let you know. But one thing I will say, pay attention to sounds and shapes in that movie because they're very important. One of the only, and I don't even think it's a spoiler, but the main character is this young blind girl, and she has very limited vision. She can see shapes and I believe, as well as shapes, I believe colors or objects. I forget which one it is, but she definitely can see shapes. And shapes and sounds play such a huge thing in this movie. She can hear, so the sounds, and then shapes because she can see shapes, and so they really play up on that in the story. So the movie starts off with her and her brother, and they come home from school, and they lo and behold a very gruesome scene in the bathroom, which leads them to end up in a foster care situation with this woman named Lydia. That's where all the madness starts. That's the most spoiler I'm gonna give. The movie is, I felt it's like 3 genres in one. You've got body horror, you've got cult/demon type horror, and you've got suspense out the wazoo. When I say body horror, I'm talking about disgusting scenes of like mutilation and just gross, like, it's gonna make your skin crawl. And a lot of those body horror scenes are coupled with really disgusting sounds. Like, it gives you the full parameter, the full picture. It makes you want to just like jump out of your skin. I am so immune to horror movies. I've been watching them since I was like 4 years old. I love horror. It's my favorite genre. Mind you, I'm never like this during a horror movie. I'm never like grossed out. I never need my blanket to be like, oh my god, nothing like that. This movie, however, I had to look away from the screen. One scene in particular, I just, I was so disgusted to the point of almost nausea. And I was just like, I can't do it. I can't watch this scene. I looked at James. I was like, just let me know. Like, I'm done. Like, this movie, it's a slow burn, but it's not so slow that it feels slow. But I mean, like, it really builds up the anxiety. It builds up the storyline. Pay attention because everything leads to this huge climax at the end, and it will all make sense. It's fantastic. It's disgusting. It's scary. It's not a jump scare movie. It's a it's one of those scares that's gonna stick in the back of your mind and make you kind of look behind your shoulder when the lights are out and it's like late at night, stuff like that, or noises. When you hear noises, you are gonna think of this movie. Like, it's crazy. The movie, it involves something cult going on. You see that at the beginning of the movie once the first initial scene that sets the story up happens. And it just really takes off and it really goes from there. The actress who plays Lydia, I believe her name is Sally Hawkins. I knew her from The Shape of Water. She was a fantastic choice. She brought such a creepy, like, oh, kind of like just a life to this character and to this role. And it just makes you like, it makes you feel nasty. Like, I love it. Like, I haven't had a movie make me feel this way in so long. The storyline, as they're at her house, begins to involve another child that she's fostering, and you start to learn more about, something's not right here. She is very bizarre, and she kind of makes you feel, she made me think that the storyline was going to go this way, but it ended up going this way. They were very good about, like, oh, making you feel like maybe I'm guessing what's going to happen. You're not going to be right. Like, this movie is going to take you through several twists and turns. But when I was saying pay attention to shapes, circles and triangles are very important in this movie. Just you'll pick up on it, you'll notice them. They all have meaning to the storyline. I cannot recommend this movie enough. Like I said, it will be a movie that it's probably going to be a one and done viewing. I don't think I will probably ever watch this movie again because it was just that gross and it made me feel icky. And I love that because I haven't had that experience since probably Sinister. That's how long it's been. And Sinister is the first ever movie where I was like, I'm never watching it again. And I haven't, and I won't. This movie joins the list. It's now the second movie on that list. I can usually rewatch movies like left and right. This will not be one of them. It's definitely worth watching. If you are a horror buff, check it out. For sure, it will not disappoint you. I just warn you, it will make you feel gross. This movie has done body horror in a way that it took it so far down a different road that I've never been down. Like, body horror, you want to think of like Hostel, you want to think of Terrifier, you want to think of Saw, just like gruesome horror, like splitting bodies apart, cutting limbs off, different things like that. It's not that kind of body horror. This kind of body horror, it's like it's like mutilation type things that you would never like think that the movie would do. And the sounds, like, they exemplify the sounds with the scenes as they're happening, and it's just like it's an art form that I appreciate and that I'm just disgusted by in the best ways, and it's a good movie. It is. You should definitely check it out. If you're a horror buff, this one is worth it. It's worth that one and done viewing, and see what you think about it. I would love to hear from you if you've seen it. Let me know in the comments below. I don't do a ton of movie reviews, but this movie had me beside myself, and I had to get on here and let y'all know my opinion of it. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. If you made it to the end of the video, please drop me a comment saying great review, I'm debating on seeing the movie, or drop me a comment and say, yo, I saw the movie too, here's my thoughts on it. I just want to know that you guys make it through my videos, and I love you and I appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next one as always.